Hello, crazy lovelies. How you guys doing? I hope you guys are enjoying your Mother's Day weekend and having a relaxing time. I know I am. Okay, so I come to share with you a story. It's story time today. It's been a while since I've posted anything up here. This story is titled "The Time That I Dated a Ghost Man." Now, before you get all weirded out on me, yes, this is a real live person in the flesh. I haven't made it out with a ghost. It's just his actions precede him as one. Okay. So I think last August I broke up with my ex. We had a pretty bad breakup, and I kind of wanted to go and date again, and to kind of replace the hurt with someone else, which probably was a bad idea at the time. Anyway, I met this guy online, and we're just gonna call him Lucky, okay? Met this guy online, and he was 7 years older than me. He had a nice car, nice job, everything looked nice. He looked good. He had money, and so I hit him up, and he hit me up, and I told him, well, you seem nice, but I just want to let you know I'm not trying to do anything serious here. I just want to have fun and get treated out. And that's it. I'm not trying to get anything serious. He's like, okay, I can deal with that. Then about a month in, um, we was dating, chilling, everything was cool. A couple of months progressed, and he started doing more for me. He actually started doing stuff for my son. He actually knew my family. Which was kind of funny because my mom remember he used to be a coworker for my mom at Target some years ago. So he got in real good with my family. Everything was lovely. And I'm like, well, I said, I see this is getting a little bit deep. I really just want to have some fun, just reiterating it with him. And he like, but I really like you, I mean, I'm not seeing anybody else. That's what he said. I'm not talking to anybody else. I hope you're not talking to anybody else. I really dig you. Um, I, 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 I like hanging out with you. I like your son. Your family's cool. Like, yeah, I'm in it for the long haul. I want to try this thing out. I'm in it for the long haul, right? I'm like, fine, cool. So we dated, and it really got serious when we dated for a good long year. But throughout the time I was dating him, I started seeing little red flags that was a little alarming about him. The first red flag that I saw that I took notice of was, and it's just something a little minor, his Facebook page. Now, granted, I don't post my relationship status on Facebook. I try not to really post nothing personal on my page, especially dealing with significant other, because that's when drama starts. But we had took some pictures at a couple of places, and I tagged them in some of those pictures. Now, if you tag someone in a picture, it posts up on their Facebook wall. But I never saw them up there. Now, granted, he did have some pictures of me, but they were pictures either when I was by myself or with my son. So I kind of was like, well, I see the other pictures. Where's the ones of me and you when we was hanging out and going to these dates and events and stuff like that? So I asked him. I said, no big thing, but I just want to know why come none of my pictures or none of the pictures that we take together are on your page. I said, but all the others are. And he goes, well, I don't know what's going on with that page. I mean, it's not like I take them down, nothing. I got pictures up there. Just, I don't know what's going on with it. And I'm like, okay. So I felt that was kind of like not a good answer, but I let it go. Okay, I was like, it's Facebook. I'm gonna let it go. So, anywho, then the second red flag that I caught about him was so, and I'm pretty sure I'm not the only woman that does this. So, okay, he used to be married before he got divorced. His ex-wife, from what I heard from the stories of the people that knew him before, is his ex-wife cheated on him pretty bad. And so, I don't know if any other women do this, but we always trying to go and check out what the next chick looked like, just to see what type of competition that you made was maybe what we were working with during the time he was dating her or being married to or whatever. So um, I knew um, he had pictures of his son and stuff. So I was like, well, maybe his ex, maybe he still got a picture of his ex on his page. So I went and looked on his page, and and my mom's friend told me, what she looked like in the description or whatever. And so I was like, well, this looks like it could be her. It was a woman in a pool with his son in the swimming pool. Now, granted, you couldn't see her whole face because she was looking down at her son, but you could see that she was light skinned, lighter than me, a red bone. She had thick, long, shoulder length black hair. She was thicker, voluptuous, more voluptuous in body shape. And she had some height to it. So I asked my mom, like, is that his wife? She said, oh yeah, that's her, that's what she looked like. So of course, when he came over one night, I asked him, I was like, hey, I said, is this your ex-wife? Is this what she looks like? And he goes, oh no, that's not her. That's my son's swim instructor. I said, oh, okay. How I knew that was a lie? I'm gonna tell you how I knew that was a lie. Later on, after we was on a point of breaking up, he posted a picture of his ex-wife and his son doing his son's birthday party, and the chick looked exactly the same as the chick in the pool. And how I know it was his ex-wife, because the son had similar features as the lady did in the picture. She was red bone, she was thick in shape, and she had long black thick hair to the T. So I'm thinking in my mind, if you're going to lie about something small like that, what else are you lying about? You know what I'm saying? You can't, what was I going to do? Pop off? I knew there was somebody else before me. Why would I, act crazy for that? Then the third red flag. Oh, it gets a little bit more intense. Okay. The third red flag was one night we was hanging out at my friend's house, and everything's cool. My friends liked him and everything and stuff, so I really wanted him to meet my friends and stuff. And we was heading home, and his phone rang, and he had his phone attached to his car, whatever, so you can see the number and the name when it comes up on his car screen inside the car. And there was some chick named Nicole. And this is around like 10, 11 o'clock at night. We heading home, or we heading to my house. And I see the phone ring. And Nicole could have been anybody. It could have been somebody a family member. Granted, it could be anybody. But he ignored the call. You see, ignored. He went straight to voicemail. So I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna pop off right now. Just, I'm like, okay. I'm like, well, who's Nicole? Who's that? And he goes, it's nobody. I said, it's a friend. I said, oh, okay. Left it alone. Again, I left it alone. Then I saw her call, a couple of weeks passed, and I saw her call again his phone. This time was in the middle of the day. Call again while he was hanging out with me at my house. And he hit ignore again. And I'm like, I said, why did she call you? I said, who is she? And he's like, she your friend. You don't need to worry about her. You don't need to worry about her. You're first place. You're in first place. And that's what he kept saying to me. You're first place. And I'm like, well, if I'm first place, who are the runner-ups? You must got replacements. You know what I'm saying? So, once again, I left it alone, because the only reason why, because he was still being consistent of doing what he was doing. He was still treating me out, buying me nice things, taking my son places, playing video games with him. He's a truck driver, so, when he was on the road, he called me and let me know he was okay. He was still being consistent. He was still being attentive. He was still just being a all-around gentleman, nice guy. So I didn't want to question anything. I didn't want to press anything, because I wanted him to kind of open up to me on his own. So. Well, anyway, what caused our breakup was, this is in the month of November. I ain't seen him in like, I haven't seen him since last October, physically in the flesh. And then he had got a new job working for some other truck company. So I ain't seen him in a few weeks. So he called and he was asking about what I wanted for my birthday. And I will say this. Sometimes I got a smart mouth. And sometimes I talk real slick. But if you know me and if I've been talking to you that way, you know it's nothing. It's no real intent behind it. Especially if I'm just playing around. And that's what I was doing with him. I was playing around with him on the phone. He was saying something about a birthday gift. And then I said something back. And then he said, well, what about this and that? And I said, well, I don't know if I want you to surprise me with a birthday gift, since obviously the gift that you chose to decide to buy me, you thought was a good gift. And I laughed it off. And then I guess he got mad because the way I said it or something. And he was like, I'll talk to you later, man, you know. And I'm like, why are you mad? You know, I just talk to you later. And I'm like, yo, what's wrong? And before I can even say anything else, he just hung up on me in my face. So now I'm mad. Because I'm like, I really don't think this is a big of a deal for you to be pissed off right off the bat. So now I'm mad. So now I'm just blowing his phone up, saying this, and that he needs to, whatever is, pissing his cornflakes, he needs to soak it up. It's not that big of a deal. I don't even know. I say I talk to you like this all the time. Why all of a sudden now you want to get sensitive in your feel? I'm just going off. Then finally I calmed down about some days ago. A few days later, I calmed down and I tried to apologize to him. I said, look, I'm sorry if it came out wrong. I really was just playing with you. I really don't think you should sit and stew over this, because it's something really small, especially when we've been dating for a good whole year, and this is like the first time we actually had like a bit of an argument about something that's really small and petty. This dude never contact me back. I mean, no response whatsoever. Okay. So after like 3 weeks in, it get close to my birthday, and I'm like, you know what? I'm done. I say, obviously, I'm not gonna hear from him. He's not talking to me. He's holding this little fiasco birthday argument over my head for what? I don't know. But I'm not about to sit and chase behind no man. I'm not about to kiss somebody's ass. I'm not about to beg you. I'm about to do all that. So I went and sent him a long Dear John text message. And I shut the deuces on him. Because obviously he wasn't going to do it. He wasn't man enough to even just tell me off and tell me he won't want to deal with me anymore. He didn't want to give me no type of explanation. He just got ghosts. He just disappeared. I said the only let me take that back. He did hit me back with a text with a thumbs down emoji. And I'm like, what the fuck is a thumbs down emoji? What are you, 12? Like, who does stuff like that? But my whole thing is, when I think the whole thing is like, you being around me and my family, around my son or whatever, for a whole year, and all of a sudden you get ghosts over an argument.
Mommy.
So, excuse me, y'all, my son.
Mommy.
What do you want, son?
Well, I'm not here.
I know. Close my door. Close my door.
I'm flying.
Close my door, sweetie.
There you go.
So, sorry guys, my son. So, I'm sitting here in my mind like, what happened? And my stepdad said, no, something happened. He said, he's not going to just disappear over an argument like that. Said either somebody got to him, he was seeing somebody else, entertain somebody else, or he caught feelings and got scared and used it as an excuse to dip out real quick. But I'm like, you're 40-something years old. You should be at the age where you should know what you want. And, you know, why are you mind gaming people? I mean, you wait till I get my feelings involved. My son could attach to you, because that's the thing that really pissed me off. My son got attached to him, and he kept asking me, where's Lucky? Where's Lucky? You know, and I'm like, he's not here. You know, he's not here. And it just kind of like, felt like I just got played with the okie doke. Like, he just kind of just vanished. Like I was just a non-factor. Like, I didn't matter. My son didn't matter. Nothing. And it really kind of pissed me off, because I was just like, I don't know what went wrong other than the argument, but still though, like couples have arguments, and that was our first kind of, I guess you want to say, major argument. Not to me, but I guess it was to him, that we had since we've been dating, and we've been dating for a year. But then I had to sit and think about a lot of stuff I let slide. I didn't set no boundaries for this dude at all. Didn't set no boundaries. My son, y'all, wants to be loved on. All right, go ahead and close my door. I'm trying to do this video. Thank you. So, you know, and he does have a son. Granted, his son's older than my son. His son's 10. My son's like 4. So, I did meet his son finally after 8 months going in. I met his son. That was another red flag. When he introduced me to his son, he introduced me as his friend, not his lady, not his girlfriend, as a friend. I said, "Oh, so you sleep with your friends, take them out to dinner, and do all this other stuff with your friends?" Okay. I even let that slide because I'm like, this is day for the kids and hang out and stuff like that. And I only met his son once. Okay. I tried to get him to bring his son over, like when there was stuff going on, me, LJ, and I was taking him out to kid events. I mean, I know he's 4 and they 10, but like, you know, like Dave and Buster, stuff like that, or, you know, take him out for stuff, for games. I said, "Would you bring your son?" Or, I know his little kid's gonna be there, but you know, my folks got a video game set up. He can play the video game. He can eat. You know, why don't you bring your son? He always say, "Well, my ex-wife's tripping right now, and I can't bring him," or "Is this," or "Is that?" Always some excuse. So basically, I felt like he made sure that I wasn't going to get attached to his son or see him as often as he saw my son, which is kind of a default because my son stayed with me. So if you're going to come over and see me, you're going to see me and my son together majority of the time because he's always with me. So I'm like, wow, okay. So, you know, it's just like these little stuff start. Once, you know, I shut the deuces on him, I started thinking about all this other stuff that was alarming to me, and I never questioned it. And my mama had told me this after the breakup. She said, I didn't want to say nothing, but during the times I be at your house, my mom will come to my house to relieve LJ from school when he gets off the school van. I still had to work to 5:30, so she would come over to my house and make sure that someone was there when he got off the school van. Well, anyway, she told me that it was a lady in a car that kept coming around the same apartment complex, and she came particularly around my building, just riding around and constantly looking up at my balcony. And this is something that my mama said this has happened more than once, frequent. And it wasn't like she was coming to see nobody else that lived in that building. It's just like she just ride around in circles, particularly around my building, looking at my balcony like she was looking for somebody. And my mom said she got so tired of the lady doing that eventually she opened the back of the door and just looked at her like, you know, like, "What's up? Like, who you looking for? What you need? What you want?" And then she told me the lady sped off. Now, let me tell you how that connects to something that's backtrack. So when Lucky comes over and stays with me, we hang out in my house or whatever, he's always looking out the back of my bedroom window, constantly looking out of it. And I'm like, to the point I was like, "What are you constantly looking at my bedroom window like that for?" He said, "Oh, I'm just checking on my car. I'm just checking to make sure my car good." I'm like, "Ain't nobody gonna mess with your car. This ain't that type of neighborhood. And, you know, you got a car alarm. It's cool." Like, you know, and it was like frequently. And then it made me think, was he looking for her to make sure she didn't see him or see his car parked over here where I stay at? Like, I really feel this dude was entertaining other women, even though he told me otherwise. It's just me and you. I'm not seeing anybody else. I mean, my thing is, if you were just trying to be a little sugar daddy and just, you know, date other women on the side, you could have told me that, and I would have stayed in my lane. That way, it would give me a choice to decide whether or not I wanted to even mess with you. You see what I'm saying? It just kind of like, it just really kind of hit a nerve. Like I basically, I got played. I let this dude play me only because, you know, I was so glamorized by him flashing and dashing me with gifts and stuff and money and all this, because I didn't get to do all that with my last ex at all. He wasn't doing none of that. And now I realize, and I talked to my friend Jay Lutz about it the other night, that was all just a distraction to keep me from really questioning about what he was doing on the other end. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like, what about, oh, I'm in it for the long haul. I'm going to help you get a car. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm not going nowhere. One little argument and you dip out. You just get ghost. No call, no reply, no nothing. Like, was all that fake? Was the connection with my son fake too? But it's all good because my orgasm was fake, brother. I mean, now I can understand why your ex-wife cheated on you. I'm not saying it was okay for her to do, but I can understand it now. I mean, 7 inches. But you know what, ladies? Sometimes if they're giving you money, fake that shit like he is giving you the best D in town. Because sometimes I would have to fake it to get what I wanted at the time frame. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good though. I knew where my mistakes lied at now. You know what I'm saying? I didn't set no boundaries. I just went in assuming, you know what I'm saying, that eventually he would just, and I couldn't get close to him intimately. He wouldn't let me in at all. He kept a lot of stuff about him close in. So now I'm just posting this just to air this out there. I'm not gonna sit there and soak about it anymore. It's been 6 months, and I've been just sitting and soaking in silence. It's a silent heartbreak because it wasn't like something intense, or something that, or as intense or as chaotic as my ex. But it was just like he just disappeared, and I have nothing. I don't even know. Couldn't even just be mad enough to give me an explanation. Just gone. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna be back on the prowl to mingle. I gotta get back into the game. I can't sit and soak about it. And I just gotta pre-level my game up, man. And just grow from that experience. And just, you know what I'm saying? And because I know my worth, I know my value, but I'm not going to downgrade it anymore for a man's acceptance for me. I'm not going to no longer become a victim at heart. Ashira with her other page, she Raven or something like that. She was like, you gotta get your game up. I got her book on my Kindle, Too Pretty to Pay Bills, and I read a lot of stuff. And I'm gonna try to put this into my dating life because I'm not playing house with no other man. I'm not doing that. I'm not about to sit here and play house for you, cook for you, dance for you, do all this freaky stuff for you. It's like these dudes want all this stuff for nothing. They want something for nothing. And yes, this dude was treating me out and doing little stuff here and there. But unless you're gonna pay half my bills, I'm not about to cook for you. Especially if we're not married. We're not building a foundation. We not ain't nothing legal on paper between us. I'm not about to do all this extra stuff, do wifey stuff for dudes that are not doing husband duties. I'm not about to do that no more. Cause it wears you out. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And Ashira said it best. She said, let me pull up her little book here. I wanted to read this real quick. She says right here, why gold digging or getting a wealthy man is important. Women who work are pulled in too many directions. However, having a man who can financially support his family, excuse me, y'all, my glasses, enables the woman to focus on creating a great home environment. The woman who works outside the home doesn't have the time to love on her man when she's up early in the morning, going to work and slaving to 9 or 10 at night, caring for the children and the household. So, yeah, yeah, fellas and ladies too. Like, I knew where I went wrong. I just let him I didn't set no boundaries. I didn't set no standards. I just let it be. I let him do his thing. And, I mean, so I knew where I went wrong with that. And then on top of that, I just went and jumped into a whole relationship with somebody else, not properly healing from the last one. Well, not proper. Well, not. I don't want to say healing. Not growing growing a little more from the last one, so that when this one came along, I wouldn't be hit with the okie doke. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? It's all good. I still got my looks. I still look good. I'm about to really level it up next week. I'm going out to see a Beethoven symphony concert, because I wanted to meet some guys with some substance. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to get a little cocktail dress. I'm about to do it up. And I'm about to set the rules in position. And I'm going to be the key player in this. And I'm not going to be falling behind or just allowing a man just come in and just saying this, that, and the third and believing it. I ain't believing on nothing until it comes in paper, currency form, or whatever. And you know what I'm saying? And you may can call it what you want. Oh, so now she just gonna just be tricking dudes out and all that other stuff. You know what kills me, fellas, especially, I mean, yeah, you know what? Dudes nowadays like I said, they want something for nothing. Back in biblical times, Jacob worked for 14 years for the woman that he loved and wanted. These dudes don't even halfway put in a half day's work, but they expect you to cook, clean, get freaky with them, do all this pornographic stuff to them, and then at the end of the day, provide you nothing but exhaustion and a headache. Or playing these mind guessing games. I don't got time for that. I'm grown. I'm in school. I'm raising my son on my own. I got shit to do. You know what I'm saying? So, that's my story, And, you know what I'm saying? I can't allow this man to have power over, my feelings and me just locking myself up and soaking, because I don't understand why he just disappeared on me like that. Because he's gone. He's doing him. He ain't worried about me. And I need not to worry about him. You know what's kind of sad, though? His ex-wife effed him up so bad that he didn't even realize he had something good when he had it. Something that's a consistent person of a human being. Somebody that's loyal and worthy. Because you don't have a lot of people like that no more out here. So at the end of the day, his ex-wife still won. Because she done, she took your money, she took your heart. That you can't even allow yourself to be committed with somebody else. Because your mind is so conflicted from the last one. And my thing is, if you wanted to play around, like if you wanted to play, then yeah, okay, then let me know so where I know where I stand. I told you from the beginning, in the beginning I didn't mind playing. That's all I wanted to do was play. But don't be hyping me up, gassing me up like this is some type of potential long-term thing where eventually I'm gonna get the prize. You know what? Bump that. I am the prize. How about that? And you miss out on your prize. And that's all lovely. I try not to make this video long, y'all. Sometimes I just ramble. So I'm going to cut it off here. Once again, y'all have a happy, lovely Mother's Day. And until next time, goodbye, crazy lovelies. Later. Peace.